Coming up on Mountain News at 6, after a project that's been decades in the making, one Floyd County road is finally open. And applications are open for our WYMT Mountain Classic scholarships. More on that coming up.
Plus, we are tracking some fall-like temperatures by this time next week. All those details coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Governor Andy Beshear visited the mountains today, celebrating the opening of a roadway that's been decades in the making. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from the Minnie to Herald connector, which officials say is about connecting more than the roads.
This is the last ribbon cutting on the Minnie to Herald Kentucky 680 corridor.
3, 2, 1.
But it will do just what the name implies. It's going to help connect Eastern Kentucky communities as an Appalachian region.
A ribbon cutting in Floyd County marks the end of a decades-old project.
What you see are people excited about the future, who see a better life, a better Commonwealth, and a better world in front of us, that are pushing out the pessimism and realizing we have so much potential.
The KY 680 Minnie to Herald corridor opens a new 15-mile connection that officials say provides quicker, safer travel for drivers between Kentucky 80 and US 23.
People who live right along this route are going to be able to get to school, to work, and to church that much faster, and it's going to be a jobs magnet. Having a type of road like this today is a good day for infrastructure. It's a good day for Floyd County and the entire region.
The project, which began more than 30 years ago, has taken a lot of time and funding to come to fruition. But Governor Andy Beshear says it has been worthwhile, not only improving commutes, but communities.
More time with our loved ones. People get to stay with their family and make those memories that much more when they don't have an extra 30 or 45 minutes to get to work or the grocery store.
Saying it is another project to help pave the way.
What this does is this improves people's quality of life. It also is brand new, which means it is so much safer.
And drive the region forward. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
We're also told it could knock off about 7 minutes if you're traveling from Hazard to Pikeville. Look forward to trying that out. And Governor Beshear also announced more than $4 million in new funding for projects in and around Floyd County during that ribbon-cutting ceremony. He says each dollar is designated to building a better tomorrow for the region. The governor also made some funding announcements in Pike County late today, and we have more about those on our website. A northeastern Tennessee sheriff's office is investigating after finding a man dead at a home. This morning, officials with the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office responded to a home in the Speedwell area after receiving a call saying a man had been stabbed. Once they arrived, the man was pronounced dead at the scene. The man has not been identified, and his body was sent to the Knox County, Tennessee Forensic Center for an autopsy. A boy is dead after an incident on the way to a bus stop. It happened a little before 7 this morning at the intersection of 11th Street and Route 10 in Logan County, West Virginia. When deputies got to the scene, the boy was found lying on the road. The driver told police they were not able to see the boy before they hit him. The boy was pronounced dead once he was transported to Logan Regional Medical Center. His identity has not been released. The Whitley County Sheriff is advocating for gun safety after a child was accidentally shot by another child in that area. Police say the shooting happened Thursday morning on Martin Road, right outside of Corbin. Whitley County Sheriff Bill Elliott said the child was pronounced dead after being taken to the hospital. Elliott said parents should be more careful with their guns.
I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment, but with that goes the fact that if you need to be a responsible gun owner, and take precautions to make sure if you've got small children in your home that they can't get access to these firearms. This is just such a tragic accident is what this is.
Elliott said Corbin Police and the Corbin Fire Department also responded to the scene. He said the Sheriff's Department is leading the investigation. The Floyd County Fiscal Court is seeking a special prosecutor in the Amber Spradlin murder investigation. Judge Executive Robbie Williams sent a letter to the Kentucky Attorney General's office today requesting that appointment. In the letter, Williams outlines his concerns surrounding Spradlin's death. Williams says the community is concerned and people are waiting for justice. A Florida man is dead after a crash in Wayne County, Kentucky. Officers with the KSP Commercial Vehicle Enforcement were called out to a crash yesterday on Kentucky 834. When they arrived, they found a tractor trailer had lost control and went off the road, hitting several trees head-on in the process. 63-year-old Raymond Thomas was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt. Drugs and alcohol are not believed to have been a factor in that crash. A Wayne County man is facing serious charges after threatening to shoot up a healthcare facility. Yesterday, officials say 72-year-old Jimmy Frost of Monticello called Lake Cumberland Primary Care, saying he would, quote, go into the office and start shooting it up. Just before 8 p.m., officers from both Monticello PD and the Wayne County Sheriff's Office brought Frost into custody at his home on Frost Hollow Road. He's charged with terroristic threatening and resisting arrest. A Laurel County man faces several charges after police found him with meth. 61-year-old Henderson Day Jr. was arrested Wednesday after a long investigation by the Laurel County Drug Interdiction Drug Task Force. Police discovered Day had come back to London from Louisville, where he got 2 pounds of meth. Officers also found multiple guns and more meth during a house search. He's being held at the Laurel County Correctional Center on a $250,000 cash bond. Police in Letcher County are asking for help finding a stolen ATV. The Letcher County Sheriff's Office posted about the theft on social media. Deputies are looking for a green 2019 Honda 250 that was recently taken from the Yance area. Owners say they believe the ATV could be in the Boone Mountain area of Pike County. If you have any information about the case, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Office at 606-633-2293.
Well, check out this awesome view from our Buffalo Mountain camera. Plenty of sunshine, blue sky. That temperature also not bad. 77 degrees right now in Perry County. A really nice evening is on tap for most of us across the region. We are dry, also near average to below average. 78 for Jackson, also Irvin. 81 for London and Manchester, down to 76 in Clintwood, 72 over in Wise at this hour. Up on the radar, most of us are dry. We are tracking a few downpours in Lawrence County, not too far away from Louisa, also not too far away from Isonville and Elliott County, but for most of us, we are dry right now. But a few more showers are possible as we go into this evening, also tonight. So if you're heading out to the ARH Game of the Week Hazard, traveling to Letcher Central, you may need the umbrella just to be safe. A few showers cannot be ruled out. Temperatures in the middle 70s as the game starts. We do fall, though, into the upper 60s once the game ends, and more showers on the way by this weekend, also next week. Those details on the way in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. Wise County, Virginia is receiving a grant worth $250,000 to improve security for those living in apartments. That announcement made this afternoon by the office of Congressman Morgan Griffith. The $250,000 grant, which is being sent by HUD, will be used for the purchase of surveillance cameras, lighting, and a secure electronic entry system in the Clinchview apartments. Now that football season has officially kicked off, that means basketball season is just around the corner, including our WYMT Food City Mountain Basketball Classic tournament in December. Today, WYMT's Olivia Calfee sat down with the chairman of the Mountain Classic Committee and has more on how the tournament is about more than just the players on the court. It's also about supporting the scholars in the classroom.
Since the WYMT Food City Mountain Classic basketball tournament was started in 1988, mountain teams and athletes have shown up and shown out.
In the corner, Beverly for the win. He got it! Perry Central marches on to the Mountain Classic.
But as Mountain Classic Committee Chairman Archie Everidge explains, it's more than just good basketball. Rather, the perfect marriage of athletics and academics.
We should never forget our academics, and we at the same time are able to celebrate academics by awarding scholarships to those students that have worked so hard through the years and want to go on to the next level and need this assistance in order to be able to go to the next level.
Celebrating those that not only excel on the court, but the students that excel in the classroom.
For students that are interested in applying for one of the Mountain Classic scholarships, we base most of that on financial need.
helping students financially, but also requiring at least a 20 on the ACT and taking students' community involvement into consideration. Our own Brandon Robinson received a Mountain Classic scholarship in 2001.
I come from sort of an underprivileged family just a little bit. It made a big difference going to school. I started at community college, and of course that was a little bit cheaper, but overall it just solidified my dream of trying to get to where I wanted to go in life.
Giving him the opportunity to pursue a lifelong dream and turn that dream into a career.
Well, I've came a long way since 2001, obviously, and working here basically in my home market, my hometown, so to speak, it's just so thankful every single day, and I couldn't have done it without that Mountain Classic scholarship that got it all started.
Last year, 106 students from the 13th, 14th, and 15th region received a $1,000 scholarship. And in 2023, that could be you. Ask your guidance counselor how to apply before the deadline on September 22nd. In Hazard, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Everidge says some institutions will match the scholarship amount and others will expand it to cover $5,000 during the span of pursuing an undergraduate degree. Again, applications are due September 22nd, so you don't have too much time. For more information about the scholarship, find this story on our website. City of Williamsburg officials are looking at sports betting as a big moneymaker for tourism in the area. The Mint Gaming Hall brings in a lot of people already from across the region, and officials hope that will increase now that people can bet on sports at the Mint. Williamsburg Mayor Roddy Harrison says the impact will be beyond someone just making a bet.
Anytime somebody comes into town, those tourism dollars turn over so many times. And so it means a lot to tourism, the restaurant tax, and everything else for us. So this is a proud time. This is a proud day.
Harrison said while betting is a fun way to include yourself in a game, to be careful with how much you spend. He said the Mint Gaming Hall staff are professionals that can help anyone through the process. The Secretary of State's office says voter registration has gone up for the 6th month in a row. Michael Adams says registration increased by nearly 7,400 voters last month. Adams says across Kentucky, 46% are registered as Republican, while 44% are registered as Democrat. Adams also says even though it's too early to predict the turnout in the November election, he is pleased more folks are registering to vote than those that are having to be removed from the rolls.
Well, we are watching out for spotty rain chances for high school football, also college football. Those details coming up. Plus,
one bank here in Hazard is celebrating its 100th year of business.